I'm gonna win this, I'm gonna beast this out.
Like, already on the second day, you already breaking.
You guys were gonna go after me. I had to do what I had to do to protect myself.
That's gonna put a bigger target on his back. Hey y'all, I'm Absolutely Asia here. Thank you guys so much for tuning into my Big Brother 19 weekly recap series. We're gonna have a great conversation, so I hope you guys will comment right after this video is finished. So without further ado, let's get into the 10 best moments of this week. Nicole's back in the house? Actually, that's what I thought when I saw her come in the door. I was like, no, they are not about to bring Nicole back in the house. I'm really a big fan of her gameplay, and personally, I think that Paul was robbed. But oh, the shade when she did come in. He had this shady moment that was like, I don't know, she said something to the effect of, I hope you win. I hope you win, Paul. Like, heifer, go on somewhere. Okay, so why has it already been only 2 days and Josh is already going psycho crazy? Dude, you about to win $500,000. Why are you already crying on the second day? He wasn't even the one on the block. During the competition for HOH, they all were on teams of 4, and there was an option to take a golden apple. You cross the vines. So guess who decides to go take the darn apple? Josh. For whatever reason, during his crying on the second day, mind you, he decided that, oh, everybody's coming after me. Where's the confidence that you had during the beginning?
I'm gonna win this, I'm gonna beast this out.
Already on the second day, you already breaking and you already paranoid. So of course, after taking the golden apple, the whole team was pissed. Mainly Megan. Megan was just like, what the heck? What? You just basically screwed the whole team over. Now we all don't have any chance. And he was like,
you guys were gonna go after me. I had to do what I had to do to protect myself.
That's gonna put a bigger target on his back more than he knows. So this week, Cody goes on to win HOH. He won the first competition for the endurance challenge already to save himself, and he's definitely proven himself to be a competitor and to be a threat. Now, with Cody, I respect his gameplay because I feel like he's gonna be a lot more straightforward. He's not gonna be as like a lot of the other contestants, but he's also kind of a part of like that macho white guy squad that always seems to happen on Big Brother. You know, for me, I usually go for the underdogs. Like, I'm rooting more for like Ramses, Alex, Meg, and Jill. Like, I'm rooting for them, even though it's not looking good for that oddball alliance right now. He's definitely proven himself to be a threat, and somebody kind of needs to take him out. So after Megan self-evicts herself, now they're kind of put in a predicament because she was a nominee for the week. Who in the heck are we gonna put up now? Cody goes to Alex because Alex is basically who they're going after because she's on the oddball side of the house. And Cody was like,
so Alex, next week, who would be your targets?
And she told him straight up, it would be you. Are they playing the same game? You gotta lie, girl.
Oh no, I wouldn't put you up.
But I guess Cody was like, well, she told me straight up to my face, so he did the obvious. He put her up on the block, as I would have done. So the votes are in for the power of protection. This was the first week of America's vote. And guess who wins it? Paul. Okay, so I know America, as you voted, you guys like Paul and all. Now, do I think that he deserved to win last season? Yeah. Out of Nicole and Paul, I think he played the best game. I more so go for the underdogs. I go for the people who are more like myself, you know? I just know that when Paul links up with the power group in the house, they're gonna run the house, which is maybe what you out there are kind of rooting for. But I want to see something different on Big Brother. I want to see like the underdogs or oddballs like come back and really, 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 you know, just get at them. I want to see something good, you know. So with Paul getting the power of protection, someone else had to get cursed. Lo and behold, it's Ramses. Why? I wish it would have been one of the big muscle dudes. What happens now is that Ramses has to put himself up on the block as the third nomination for the next 3 weeks. Here I am, chicken on a stick. Because you know the whole house wants like him, Alex, basically whoever was on Megan and Jill's side, that's who they want out right now. So basically, like, Ramsey's gonna be the scapegoat. I honestly don't think he's gonna make it for the next 3 weeks, even though there are much bigger targets than Ramsey's in the house. So when they were outside in the backyard, the model chicks and the buff dudes were all in their little clique, and then we got the little oddballs over in their clique, and you know, people are kind of mingling outside. Well, after I guess Megan was around Jessica, and either, I can't remember whether she was talking in their conversation or just kind of snooping, she walks over to Alex and was like, "Hey Alex, Jessica's over there calling you a panda." And I can't remember whether it was actually said or not. If you watch the lives, like, let me know whether or not that was the truth. After Paul overheard this conversation, he goes and tells Jessica. Of course, Jessica's like, "I'm not racist." So he goes over to, I think, Alex, and was like, "Yeah, I never said that," and basically convinced Alex that she's not a racist and that Megan's just trying to make this a whole scheme. Fast forward, she goes to Megan, and basically the whole house vouches for Jessica that she didn't say it. But anyways, it basically turned into a whole gang on Megan thing, and I felt kind of bad for her. I was like, oh my goodness. So basically, after Megan dealt with the situation with Josh, after she dealt with being an outcast from all the house guests, she folded under pressure and was like, "I gotta go home." Now they said she left for personal reasons, but it seemed like it was kind of obvious that she just couldn't take it no more. I've seen house guests, you know, self-evict themselves in the past, but never quite this early. Showmances, you know, they're usually a thing with Big Brother. They're kind of a fact of life in a sense. But I have never seen showmances pop off like this right at the beginning. Did everybody come here for $500,000, or did everybody come to get booed up? This is not the Bachelor kids. So 3 showmances have already popped off. We have Marlena, that's Mark, Johnny Bravo, and Elena, the one with the messed up eyebrows. Matt and Raven, which I did not see coming. I really thought it was gonna be Matt and Christmas, since they seem like they're more on like the fitness wave. But on the other hand, we have Cody and Jessica. Now, Jessica and Cody already 7-8 days in. They like they've been dating for a year, right? Like the stuff that Jessica comes at him with, like, I know you're protecting us. I'm like, how you already coming in here making this about us? And we just got here 7-8 days. Play the game, guys. I'm not here to see this. I'm not here to see this. So the have-not competition. Now, I'm one of those Big Brother fans that kind of misses the food competitions. I thought those were fun to watch. But they did have the have-nots. I think pretty much everybody who was a have-not this week volunteered.
Couldn't be me. I ain't doing it.
Don't already know. You have to take cold showers. You have to eat slop, which looks like oatmeal, but apparently is not oatmeal. You have to sleep in an uncomfortable bed. It's not pretty. This year they decided to have the most painful room they've been. Now they've come up with some of the craziest things. I want to say last year they had like a dentist office chair, or I wouldn't want to sleep on it. I'd be sleeping on the floor. But anyway, they had these spike beds. I'm like, how are they supposed to sleep on it? I'll take the floor for $200, Alex. I cannot make this video about the best moments of this week without talking about probably one of the best moments of Big Brother history. So as you know, Cody was HOH, and from the beginning of his HOH, he was basically saying that he's probably gonna go after Paul this week. But little did he know that Paul had the secret power of protection for the next 3 weeks. And he didn't say this strategically, which I think was a bomb strategy on his behalf, because that way he can still see, you know, where he stands in the house, and he knows that he's protected. So he first nominates Megan and Jillian. Megan goes home. Alex and Jillian are left on the block. Alex takes herself off the block for veto, and now he's forced to put up a new nomination. So then he's like,
"Sorry, Paul, you gotta go up there."
And Paul is just like this.
I have the power of protection.
Sit down. Paul was like, "Nope, won't be getting me today." The egg that was on Cody's face was just epic. Like, I don't think the Big Brother could have planned that out any better than the way it played out. But after that, he said, "Well, Christmas, Paul screwed you. You're up on the block." Because, you know, Paul and him are working together. So basically, we ended up with Christmas and Jillian now on the block. Is it just me, because the evictions have flip-flopped so much, it just felt like this week took forever to get to eviction night. So it's nomination night, and we're finally left with Christmas and Jillian. And if it was me voting, I definitely would have gone for the bigger target, which is clearly Christmas. Maybe they just didn't want to vote her out this week because she broke her her ankle or leg or whatever. They ended up sending Jillian home. I don't think she's loyal to those 6 people that are in the showmances, so she's probably gonna go after them the moment she gets a chance. Yeah, I think it was dumb on that part. So now we're headed into the HOH competition. As I told you before, I do not purchase the live videos. I don't like to do spoilers. I just watch with America. I love Big Brother, and I have loved Big Brother since I was 9, but it's not quite that serious for me to pay $26. I really don't care to see what they do 24/7. The HOH, as far as I know, is still going on. Please, please try not to spoil it for me in the comments. Who won the HOH? I'm rooting right now for Alex. If Alex were to win, she would really shake up the house, and I don't think they would know what to do with themselves. They'd probably be like, you know, ducking for cover, like, because they don't know what to do. Like, it'd also be funny to kind of see how they're gonna kiss booty. All right, guys, so that concludes my recap for this week. Thank you guys so much for tuning in with me. If you're not already, make sure you hit that subscribe button so we can get together and recap. Make sure to also join the conversation in the comments for me. Like, leave a comment. Let me know what you're thinking about the show so far, who you're rooting for. I don't care if you don't agree with me. I think that's better. If you don't agree with me, please let me know in the comments so we can, you know, talk together and have Big Brother debate. Like, that's how me and my family do. Like, can we be family? Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and I will see you guys on next Thursday to recap all the goings on. This has been absolutely Aisha. See you next time. She says, Megan, so I heard you were calling me, I heard you okay.